Those were farts.
Yeah, they're my Mario farts.
Yeah.
That's a sequel to Mario Bros. Mario farts.
Yeah. Super fart brothers. We're off to the races already.
Super fart brothers, baby. How are you,
Hire
Potter
me.
boy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah,
good.
you had the reason why we're filming a little late this week, why we're putting this video. Bless you, Nikki. May the gods bless you. May my God bless you.
My God bless
My
you.
God bless you. Is because you had your first year wedding anniversary.
Yes.
And we didn't plan ahead, so we had to record.
Yeah, I
on
didn't
Saturday.
even think. I was like, oh yeah, we got to record. It worked out though, because Mario Bros came out. And
Mario
what's
Bros.
better than
Baby.
that?
And also, something came up in your 1-year wedding anniversary. You had a bunch of auditions, so you couldn't enjoy fully, but it was a good problems to have. Can you talk about what projects you auditioned for? You can't really say anything.
I can't say anything, and that's not to be a little, because there's so many actors on Instagram that are like, I can't say anything, but please cross your fingers for me. I literally signed NDAs. My agent couldn't even look at what I'm auditioning for. Like, he couldn't look at the sides.
Gotcha.
So they're
big things, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna act like I'm up for a crazy part. It's a guest dot on
some things. All I know is that you had two big auditions. Like, one of them was big, the other one was okay. I don't know what they are. I'm excited to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
cross your fingers. We'll see.
Yeah, you had a callback and all that stuff. That was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
How was your anniversary in Vegas?
It was great. Other than Vegas is fun. We did the Park MGM's Nomad, which is a boutique hotel within the MGM Park MGM. Yeah. My parents came out. We had a nice dinner. It was fun. We gambled. We were wanting to see a show that didn't work out, and then we just tried a bunch of different restaurants. We went to Meow Wolf.
Did you? So you texted me in the middle of Vegas saying that you were up. You were $600 up. Did you leave up?
Up 300.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah,
but I know your game of choice is craps.
No, this time, I mean, I didn't play any table. We played a lot of slots together, which we normally don't do. The only time, or not the only time, I played craps and I didn't lose a couple times when Nikki and I played together. And then I played craps later, and then that's how I lost most of my money. So
it's crazy because our mutual friend Ryan and I were talking about this. You have the craziest luck in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I've gone a couple of times, the first time that I went with you. Like, the only time that I did really well was playing with you. When I was on tables with you. I remember, we've talked about this a bunch of times, but I'm always still blown away by this. So Alex has given me an extra $100 to spend or whatever, right? I was like, oh, cool. Because I blew through my first $200. Just fucking, I was like, cool. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like,
I didn't even get to have fun.
Yeah, I was just like, what? And so Alex gave me another 100. He was like, here you go, man. Because he was winning. It was him and his dad, and they were winning. So he was like, here you go. So I was like, oh, cool. And of course, fucking 10 minutes later, I have $8 left. And so I'm like, all right, dude. And so I remember I just gave you $8, the $8 that I had left, and I was like, just bet it on whatever. And Alex bets it on Snake Eyes, and it fucking hits, bro. It fucking hits Snake Eyes, and it was like $250. You took like $50, and you gave me the $200. It's like, here you go, man. I was like,
did I take $50 from you?
Yeah, you took part of it.
I said, give me that.
Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna take some of this.
Like, what a rat move.
Hey man, it's you still gave me $200. Like I gave you $8, you gave me $200. That's not a rat
Hey,
move.
that's what I do.
I mean, granted, it was my money though. Technically, it was your money because you gave me that $100. So
Yeah,
you still gave
usually
me $100 over that.
I
Uh,
usually do very well. I don't usually leave under 1,000, so that's why I say like up 300 is like it's okay. Um,
yeah, I don't know how the fuck you do it because then we went to the Paris. What is it called?
uh, yeah, that was Paris, right? Like
Yeah,
at two
Paris.
in the
Yeah,
morning.
we go to Paris with you and your cousin,
Uh huh.
and we just started rolling. I mean, like
Oh
we were
yeah,
on a roll. Like there's three guys in front of us trying to like bet against us the entire time, and we
oh
are
yeah.
just
So
killing
they're
them.
playing on, for those who don't play craps, basically they're playing on what is called like the dark side, which is they're betting against everybody. They're betting that everyone's going to lose, which is technically a good strategy to make money because more often than not you're going to lose, obviously. But it's also it makes you an asshole when there's a table full of people who are doing well. You don't
And
want
we
to
were
play on the dark
doing
side.
well.
Yes.
Because I remember you rolled like what 10 times,
Yeah, I hit points
right? You
several times.
Yeah, and we were fucking making money, and then your cousin rolled like 10 more times, dude. And I was nervous because I just haven't been bad luck with the dice. But I was like, fuck it. But I'm fucking rolling. Like I rolled like 10 times too. Dude, we made. I think I left. I mean, from my first time, I left like with 300, like 300 up,
Yeah.
and they got fucking pissed at the end of the table, and they were like, ah, fuck, we lost them thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
They
uh,
kept doubling down on the dark side, which is basically they're betting on seven. They're betting on hitting a seven, and they kept double like they had hundreds and thousands of dollars on it, like $1,000 chips. It was like a group of three guys, and they just kept betting on the don't pass, and they kept losing. They were so
yeah,
mad.
and we were like, that's what you get, bitch.
Well then,
Yeah,
well then, don't
you
play
can't
that.
you can't mess with the Poncio de Santos boys.
Yeah.
Uh, so anyway, I'm glad you had a good anniversary.
It was
Uh,
good. It was really good.
yeah, I started my job at the Sunset Strip.
Yes, talk
Uh,
about this.
uh Thank you, content creators.
No,
Uh,
I'm burping up popcorn from the movie
the
because
movie,
we ate a
yeah.
lot of popcorn.
I
Nikki went back and refilled the popcorn, and I don't normally do that, and it was
Dude, I haven't
I'm
done that.
I'm feeling it.
Dude, the only time I've ever done that is when I with my dad, because my dad will eat a whole fucking bucket because he loves movie popcorn. But
Yeah,
now
that's
I
the
can't do
best.
it. Like I eat a quarter of it, and I'm like, I can't. You know how they always get me? They tell me like, I'm just gonna get a small, and they're like, for $1 you can get a big one. I'm like,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they say there's a prize at the bottom if you eat it all.
yeah, and it's just a cut off dick, like
Yeah.
severed dick in
So
the bottom.
where
Oh,
did that come from? Or it's your own,
yeah,
and you go,
yeah.
yeah.
um, uh, I started my job at the Sunset Strip, which, if you're not, by the way, I gotta say this: Austin is for sure becoming the comedy capital of the world.
Yeah,
hundred
tell us
percent.
about this.
It's unbelievable, dude. So obviously, it's next to Joe Rogan's club. It's like on the next, like it's a block away.
So where
And
is that in Austin?
it's in Sixth Street.
Sixth Street. Okay.
Yeah, Sixth Street. There's Rogan's Club, the Comedy Mothership, and then next to them they have they open the Sunset Strip, which it used to be a club uh like a year ago. Like they were open for a couple of years, but the owner died, and so they
Oh,
closed it down. Yeah, and so they reopened it on a new location, which is in Sixth Street or next to Mothership. And one of the co-owners is Brian Redband. which if you're familiar with comedy, he's the producer of the Kill Tony show, and he was the first producer for the Joe Rogan Experience. I talked to him a little bit, I mean, very briefly yesterday.
Did you tell
And
him I was on the show a couple weeks ago?
no, no,
No? How could you not bring that up?
he doesn't seem like it was opening night, dude, and I was about to start working. We were already nervous enough because we didn't have training or anything. Like, I showed up. First of all, when I showed up, the system was down. We're missing one of the computers. Like, it was like, oh man, like this is gonna be rough.
It
But
was just
surprisingly,
chaos.
dude, no, everything ran super fucking well.
Wow.
Like, everything ran so well. So we had Secret Show. That was it was our soft opening right yesterday, which Brian Redman threw the Secret Show. And dude, like, we were nervous because like the systems were going off. Like, we had no training, by the way, the servers. I knew this the system that we were using, Toast, like the POS system.
Yeah.
So I knew how to use it, but I didn't know the drink menu. I didn't know nothing, dude. Right? But I've been doing this long enough that I was like, oh, I'll figure the fuck. Like, also,
Yeah.
I had never served at a club, which is completely different, right? Because there's somebody on stage. They're not, they want to get the drinks or whatever, but you're not here to give them an experience serving. You're just here to give them the drinks and everything.
Yeah, just kind of walk by and go, okay, I'll get you with that. Okay, go.
Yeah. And you also got to remember, like, where they're sitting, and you remember the tabs, and it was a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And one of the I don't know, I think he's one of the bookers at the mothership. The comedy mothership was there, and he was drunk, and he was really cool guy. He was like, my name, I think his name is Aaron. I don't remember his name because he kept going, remember my face, remember my face, remember my face, right? He kept fucking saying that, and I was like, I didn't know who he was at the time, so I was like, okay. Yeah, and somebody was like, that's an important guy. You should definitely remember his face. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was telling me.
Yeah. He didn't tell me it was important. He just kept saying, remember my face, right? And so he was pretty drunk at the end. And he goes, I'm just gonna pay out, dude. And so, like, I'm paying him out, and this tab was $100. And he pays, and he goes, I'm gonna tip you cash. And I was like, okay. Dude, he just pulls out a wad of cash and gives me $60.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, it's like, he was like, remember my face. I'm like, I'll suck your dick. Like, I'm broke. At this point, I don't give a shit.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want, dude. And then later on, I'm by the bar, and he comes back up to me, and he was like, hey, man, can I pay my tab? And I was like, you already paid it. And he goes, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I remember your face. And he goes, yeah, that's right. I remember this face. I was like, mm-hmm. And then he pulls out another.
How drunk was he at that time?
He was pretty drunk. I mean, he was, yeah.
Was it like, remember my face? Or was
no.
remember my face? No. And then
he was like, remember my face. Like, you could hear that he was drunk, but he wasn't like, and so, yeah. And then he just gave me a 20 again. He was like, here you go. I was like, remembering that face. I don't remember your name, but that face, I fucking get that face, brother.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's cool. We had some really cool performance last night. We had Brian Simpson went up. Josh Potter went up, which was really cool.
Are those Austin people? I don't know.
No, so Josh Potter started with Your Mom's House. So yeah, and then Brian Simpson is a really funny comedian. You should really look him up. Red Band went up. That was pretty cool. And then a lot of.
He did stand up. He did stand up.
Yeah. He's a comic. But yeah, the entire it was really cool, man. But the reason why I'm excited about it is because, like, obviously you have the mothership, but then this club is definitely gonna be the comedians club. You know what I mean? It's gonna be for all the comics, the locals to really work at their stuff. For a lot of the local guys, to come up, it's really gonna be a really phenomenal club. The atmosphere is for the comics by the comics. Like it's the owners are incredible. They're super awesome. Like they were even like, hey man, if you ever have a spot and you're working right and we're in the middle of a show and you need to go, like you can go do your spot. We'll watch your section, and then when you come back, you know what I mean. Like it's like they
Wow.
want you to be funny. They want you to be a comic. Like they want you to do all this stuff. It's unbelievable. The club is amazing. I'm super excited to be part of it. So I think it's gonna be really, really, really cool. So yeah,
Yeah, that sounds cool.
yeah. Uh, we haven't said a lot of funny stuff. Uh,
Who, you and I?
but yeah, yeah.
Dude, I'm laughing.
It's
This is hilarious. Don't ever say I'm
uh,
not funny.
yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's been what is it called? It's gonna be really fun, man. I'm super excited. Um, we're 15 minutes each in.
Uh-huh.
Do you wanna get into the movie?
Get into the zone.
Out of zone. Um, we'll do a really quick first impressions like about the movie and everything.
Uh-huh.
Whether you liked it, whether you don't like it, whether you recommend it, and we'll go into it. Uh,
Okay.
I'm curious to hear what you thought of it.
Uh-huh. I think we're gonna say the same thing. I
Well,
think
I
I
think
think
we're gonna say what we've been saying about almost every single fucking movie that we watched.
yeah, probably. Hey, I don't get paid to review stuff. I just give a very basic human opinion on it. I'm not good at this. But I will make you laugh and maybe make you cry. Maybe make you feel things, and that's why we go to the movies, right? To feel the things that we repress in our real
Dude,
life.
that fucking AMC commercial, I fucking hate it so much.
Oh, you saw
It's just, oh,
AMC?
yeah, I got the
To
remember steps,
feel,
please. Yeah,
to
and it's like
laugh.
sometimes we feel like the movies could change us because at the end they can.
You are a
Like,
movie. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
We saw it Regal, so it's a different intro, and specifically Nikki leans over and goes, "At least that one's better than the Nicole Kidman one."
oh my god,
And I was
I
like,
can't stand it.
"Yeah, I
I
mean they're
can't
both pretty
believe
bad, but
I can't believe that they greenlight it. It's like I forgot
yeah,
who made a joke about this where he goes like I like how you're like making a commercial about the movies to get us to a movie that we're already watching in a movie. We're
yeah."
already here. Why are you
That's what like I don't need a trailer for the theater that I'm in.
right? And if you are, make it a quick one, make it a whatever, make it a cool one, but make it quick, dude. Like remember the roller coaster one?
Yeah,
Like that. That's okay. It's
just
weird,
give
but I
me
like it.
that.
It's kind of cool. Every single time that would happen, my mom gets really dizzy. So it looks like my mom was crying every time that it started.
Oh,
No, because it would start and my mom would be like this. She'll be watching and she'll be like, oh. So it looked like my mom was crying before the movie. Like, 'cause she would get dizzy. She can't do it. So
yeah.
she would be like, tell me when it stops. I'm like, whenever you stop hearing roller coaster sounds, that's when it stops. But,
It's even
but
faster now too. Like
yeah.
it blasts like that, and it
Oh,
used
yeah,
to
dude.
scare me. 'Cause you do that one part where like the pops they pop
Yeah.
like dude, and then right before it goes, and you go, ah!
Yeah. You don't want to watch it in 4DX?
That was 40x before 40x.
Yeah.
That was a
Uh,
rush.
yeah. So I always loved watching my mom because it always looked like she was praying before the movie. Because you start, she'll be like, uh, but yeah. So anyways, the Mario movie.
The Mario Brothers movie. Oh, what trailers did you have?
Let me remember. I don't remember. And I
We
remember I
had
got there early. Uh
we
huh.
got the Trolls movie one, a new
We got
Trolls
that one
movie.
too. Which I'm like, who the fuck is this for? Kids, I guess. But
Yeah, it's all. Did you get the trailer for the Duck movie, the Illumination Duck movie?
what was it
It's
about?
called. I mean, it was such a poor trailer. that it's hard to explain what it was because the trailer for it was from the studio that brought you these movies, and they showed at least like 15 to 20 seconds of Illumination movies, like Secret Life of
Oh
Pets,
yeah,
Despicable
yeah.
Me, whatever.
Which is
And
funny
then they
because
say,
they showed you clips of the movies.
yeah,
Like we
it was like
forgot.
trailer, and I they foregoed like showing bits from this movie
It's like the
for
producers went.
that.
It's like the producer went. This is not a good movie, but we gotta sell it. So show clips
Yeah,
of good movies, and then be like, okay, we're
that
bringing you this.
that's what I said. Is that they probably have zero faith in it, so they're just like. And on the other hand, though, I'm like, oh, I like them taking a risk on a new IP that isn't like driven. Like ducks aren't like particularly appealing to anybody. Countrysides aren't really appealing. So I'm like,
What
oh,
was it? See, I
I
don't even
hope
remember the trailer. I remember the whole trailer up to the actual movie.
it's about migration. It's called like
Oh
migration or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now I
like
remember
duck
it.
migration.
Yeah.
Um,
Who like
so I was
who
like, oh,
thought of
this
that? You know what's really fun and kids love? Duck migration.
migration in general.
Hey, this whole immigrant thing is pretty big right now, right? Who else immigrates?
That's like, is it gonna be? Are they gonna touch on that? Like, what is this gonna be about? And I don't know because they didn't show anything from the fucking movie.
They
They
should
just
have the
showed
duck be
clips from other movies.
like, yeah.
Like, I would
Hey,
know.
hey, you like this movie? Oh, what about this movie? Ah, you remember this movie? Yeah, this is a pretty great movie, right? Anyways, ducks.
Wait, what the fuck? That was a trailer for a new movie?
I really wanted the ducks to be like, Mama, I don't want to go to America. Mijo, we gotta go. Okay. The
We have
cartel,
to.
the duck
Yeah,
cartel is gonna kill us, so we gotta go.
yeah, I'd
It's
be
okay,
okay
we're
with that.
ducks. Yeah, exactly.
A quack 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 quack. See, I'm American.
Quack, 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 quack.
Quack 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 quack.
That's how they. That's fucking funny, dude.
I remember
Quack,
that.
quack, quack, quack,
Quack quack. They had the Sebastian movie, Sebastian Maniscalco,
Wait,
the Robert De
Maniscalco.
Niro one.
I like how you use it. Madagascar. I like how you just like gave up on the last name. Like you didn't remember, so you were like, I hope this is right. I don't fucking know. Sebastian Meta Quack Quack.
Quack quack.
Meta Quack Quack. You know. Yeah, that looks fun. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I didn't know he's Italian.
What the fuck do you mean?
I honestly, I didn't know
the
what he
biggest-
was.
He has the biggest Italian accent in the world.
He just
His
has
whole
like a.
fucking act. He's like, are you not even fucking embarrassed?
That's
Are
to
you
me
not
is just like
fucking
a.
embarrassed?
That's like a thick Brooklyn accent to me. So I'm like, it could be
You
anybody.
saying that is like being like, did you know like George Lopez is Latino? Like that's
Yeah, but Italian isn't like. I mean, yes, it is synonymous with Brooklyn, but also like it's just kind of like a New York accent. So I'm like, he could be anything. It's such a diverse city.
yeah. I'm Indian. Are you not even fucking embarrassed?
It could be.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Did you know that Bert Kreischer is fat?
No,
No fat shaming here, okay?
no fat shaming.
Quack quack.
70% of the country is overweight.
And we are definitely part of that.
Yeah, I'm part of that statistic.
So we can say that. Okay,
Yeah.
internet.
And if
we
you're
can
skinny,
say that.
get out of here, you skinny bitch. No.
Yeah, you fucking bony ass bitch.
Yeah.
My mom listens to all of our podcasts because my mommy loves me.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
And then but my mom goes, Mijo, I listen to your podcast. It's good. I like it. I enjoy it. Why do you curse so much? Like, I'm learning how to curse because of you. I'm like, Mom, you know, Mom, you were like, my mom I'm going to into a bit. Mama, let
Yeah.
me tell my mama.
So let me tell you guys.
Let me
Aren't you
tell my mama.
embarrassed?
Are you embarrassed? And I know, like, my mom is like gonna listen to this, but my mom used to have the dirtiest fucking mouth, and I know that because that's how my mom and my dad met. My mom used to have such a fucking potty mouth, and every time she hears me cuss, she goes like, "Miko, wow, you're really teaching me how to cuss." I'm like, "Mom, you knew how to cuss. Shut the fuck up." She's like, Miko, I
What
don't know.
changed her ways?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh, just life.
Yeah. Anyways, good night, guys. Thank you for.
What is that
What
sound?
is that sound? Wow. Ooh, make a wish.
Is that construction? Nikki?
What?
You don't hear that loud sound?
That's the washing machine.
Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, it's our washing machine.
No, what? No, what I hear is like spoons in a glass, like.
Oh no, that's our dog. They're eating their Callie.
Oh.
One kibble fell out of her mouth when I did that. She looked up at me and went. All right, 26 minutes in. Let's get to this Mario
Right,
Bros.
that's fucking. It's okay.
All right, what do you think?
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. I'll say what I've said about a lot of the movies we reviewed.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. It was an hour and a half, which is perfect. Just give me an hour and a half. That's all I fucking need from this. It's just like, you've played Mario, right? Here's a reference. You like Seth Rogen, right? Here's fucking he's Donkey Kong. Come on, this is fun. Yeah, Mario is fun. Hey, you like Mario Kart? They're riding a fucking. You remember the cart? You fucking fat bitch. He's riding a cart. Isn't that fucking silly? Yeah,
You're probably on a scooter right now. You fucking obese piece of shit.
Dude, Charlie Day, Chris Pratt, they're brothers? Wow. You remember the characters from... Oh, come on, Jack Black. You like Jack Black, right? He's Bowser. Look, hear him sing a silly song. Isn't that fucking fun?
Yeah. It sounds like you hate it.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, like, I had fun. That's what the movie was. You're going, this is fun. Ah, cool. All right, great. It's really funny because Zoe sent me a message. She goes like, "It's so fucking good. It's a masterpiece." Shrek is a masterpiece.
Shrek is a masterpiece.
Toy Story is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Fuck, Ratatouille is a fucking masterpiece. WALL-E is a masterpiece. The Super Mario Bros. Movies. It's fun. It's a good ride. You didn't like it, did you?
I didn't dislike it. So let's go into it. Let's talk about it like for what it is. And I feel like for some reason I'm seeing this general consensus everywhere. It's like, it's a kids movie. It's for kids. So you got to go easy on it. Where I've seen the same people criticize other kids movies for being, the hollow, soulless Hollywood, like, ugh, kids are not dumb. Kids deserve better than this. Okay? Hello, Pixar. But they're giving this movie a pass for some reason.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. We're going to derail if I keep talking.
No, lay it down.
I feel like Pixar has been
dookie.
Not as good. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have been.
When Pixar was putting out a movie, you knew it was going to be a banger. You didn't know what the fuck they were going to put, but you knew whatever the fuck they were going to put on that screen was going to be a fucking banger. And they've been kind of like, eh. You know who's been stepping up? DreamWorks.
Who? DreamWorks movies are good?
I think so.
I haven't watched. Yeah.
Let me tell you. That'd be good.
You like those Trolls movies?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those. I know they're DreamWorks. Illumination. Like, they've been doing good stuff.
Yeah, Secret Life of Pets, Despicable Me. What's the other?
But anyways, it's Illumination. This movie was Illumination. Oddly
enough.
It
was Illumination.
So, fuck me, I guess. No. Yeah, it's weird, man, because this movie was a money grab. It wasn't a passion project. It wasn't like we love this movie. It's a money grab.
And
You
I
put
don't
a
think
bunch of
anybody expected it to be. That's the thing. I didn't expect it to be like a Pixar quality movie or old Pixar quality. Like, I didn't expect it to be good in any way, and that's okay. I'm gonna repeat the same thing. It's okay for a kids movie to be for kids if it's entertaining. The animation was gorgeous.
yeah.
I mean, it was so good
It was
looking.
visually outstanding, bro. And I saw it in
Yeah.
laser. It was funny enough. I had the chance
Wow.
to see it in Dolby.
Uh-huh.
It was full, so I was like, "Fuck, I'll just see it in laser AMC," which gives you a better picture quality
Uh-huh.
instead of sound. So
It was
it was
beautiful.
yeah. hmm
It is beautiful.
You're beautiful.
What? Wow. And you're beautiful, Mijo and Mijets. Yeah, I struggle with these kinds of movies because I know it's for kids and I know it's unapologetically trying to cater to that audience, right? Like the kids in this movie, they were having a time of their lives. Little boys dressed up as Luigi.
See, I'm gonna have to disagree with you a little bit. I don't even think this was for kids. I think this movie was for like the Nintendo nerds.
It definitely, it's for Nintendo nerds
because of this. Because a lot of kids, I mean, I guess they kind of know Mario, but this is my main thing. Let's say you live under a rock, and you go see this, but you don't know nothing about
Let's
Mario.
say you live under a rock.
Right?
Hypothetically.
Let's say you're Patrick Star, and you live under a fucking rock. And you go see this movie not knowing anything about Mario. That whole movie, you're going to be like, who the fuck? Why the fuck? What? What is this? Why is there a plumber? Why is he what the like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't this movie is what it is because everybody knows the characters. We've all played at least one of the games, right? You've either played Mario Kart, you've played Super Mario's, you've played some kind of Mario game, right? It's like one of the biggest characters in video game history. So you know the characters. Right, so you go into the movie just because you want to see what this character, because you want to see them be alive, right?
Yeah.
You have fun people playing these characters. You have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and that's just silly, and it's funny. They even have him do the little laugh, which I thought was funny, right? You have Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, play Mario. It's a cool dynamic. Apparently, you didn't like Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach.
I expected to like her a lot because from the trailer, I think Nikki and I were both saying like Chris Pratt got a bunch of shit when the trailers came out, and we after watching it, and Anya Taylor-Joy is like, oh, this is gonna be cool, and then when we watched it, Chris Pratt actually did great as Mario, and Anya Taylor-Joy was the one that we're like, it was just kind of like hollow, just kind of soulless.
I actually didn't have a problem with. I didn't even know it was Anna Taylor-Joy, but I didn't have a problem with Princess Peach.
Overall, I don't have an actual problem. I don't think it needs to change because it's a kids movie, right?
Yeah. The fuck you every time you laugh like that.
Yeah.
Every time you laugh like that, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I rewatched the episode, and I'm like, oh, that's why he laughed like that. Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, Sal. But by the way, do I look like a 70s disco ball?
Right now you look like a pixelated pixel boy to me.
Oh.
You look like a pixelated mitochondria.
Don't you ever talk about my girl mitochondria.
Don't talk about my girl mitochondria like that.
What was I saying? Oh, and Taylor-Joy. I liked it. I thought she did great. Yeah, Um, the whole movie, the whole time, just felt like, oh, now this is Mario doing the original Super Mario thing, going up the thing and punching the cubes. Oh, now it's Mario
Yeah.
fighting Donkey Kong. Remember that game, Donkey Kong with the barrels? Oh, now it's in the Mario Kart. Remember the rainbow race that you had to do? Isn't that cool? Um, Princess Peach
Yeah,
got
it was a lot of that kind of stuff, and that's okay. That's okay if that's what it was. I will say, like when it first started and we saw like Mario and Brooklyn, that kind of thing, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like this is gonna be good, and the references were great. There's Easter eggs throughout the whole thing. Everybody's saying that like nonstop, like subtle references. I think my biggest worry going into it is it going to be one of those like hack children's movies where they just kind of shit it out because they know you're going to watch it, and the answer to that is like a resounding yes. They just shit out a kids movie, but because it is Mario, it gets away with a lot more, right? And
yeah.
everybody's going to say like, well, what, it's for kids, right? Why can't it just like Mario never had a story? Mario Odyssey doesn't have a story. Why can't you just enjoy it? And like, well, yeah, I can, but also the narrative of a video game is far less important than it is in a like if you're going to transition to this new medium, work on that medium, like make it good in that medium.
Well, here's the thing. It's like this movie didn't need to be made. Right?
No.
It's like nobody was asking for this. It's nothing original. You know it's gonna make money because of what it is.
Oh, it's gonna make crazy money.
Stupid money. You don't even have to work that hard, and this movie's gonna make money, right?
Yeah.
Just because of the fucking name and the actors. So, if you're gonna make this shit, give me a cool fucking story.
So that I agree completely with, which is what disappointed me watching. So it just moves from plot point. Like Nikki went to the concession stand for 5 minutes, and almost like 12 plot points happened in that 5 minutes because it moves so fast. That would be my biggest complaint. Is like, take a fucking breath for a second. Kids are not this stupid. You can give us a second to like for a character to introduce themselves to each other. Just take a breath. Like Toad or Mario meets Toad right away. Like they don't even say, "Hey, I'm Toad. I'm this is my thing. I'm a guy. Here I am. Hey, my name is Mario. Where the heck am I?" Like it was just like, oh, hey, you got to go get this thing immediately the second you get there. And maybe that's because of the games, like that's how they are, but also it's a movie again. So give me a little bit of something. I think the worst offender of this, and again, I'm going to preface everything with like, yes, just watch it, and you should go watch it. It's a Mario Bros. Movie, and it's so fun to look at. The sounds, the boings, the bings, the bongs are great. You're gonna like that. It was
I didn't need to do that. Why did I do that?
Wahoo! Why not throwing a wahoo? Why not?
I remember that was like a big thing. Like people were like, we didn't know if Chris Pratt was gonna be good. But then he did the woohoo, and everybody was like, "He's gonna do just fine."
He was born to play Mario. There was Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. Is there were these little threads of like interesting story where I went, "Oh, why didn't you like? If you just spent 60 seconds on this to give me a look like their relationship as brothers, like."
Well, not only that. So here's the thing. Two things. Explain to us what the fuck is this tunnel? Why is this a thing? If you can give us some kind of a thing like the Lego movie, right? You're watching the Lego movie, you're like, oh, by the way, it's a phenomenal fucking movie.
Yeah.
But you're watching the movie, and then they explain to you what the fuck the movie is. It's an imagination land, and the Legos are part of the kids and the dad, and you're like, oh, that's fucking cool. If they can just give you a quick, like, cool little story of how the pipes ended up being in New York City and how these characters came to be, how the fuck Peach ended up in this world. They give you this little hint of like, I'm not from this world. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna find out her parents are back on Earth, or that she got stolen as a kid, or she nothing. They give you like this really cool thing where you're like, Peach is wandering to this magical world, and they're like, anyways,
Well,
back to the fucking Bowser, and you're like, wait, I want to hear more about this Peach story.
They're going to elaborate on it later, right? Clearly, this movie is going to have 20,000 sequels, and that's okay. I'm going to go watch all of them. It's fun. It's Mario, whatever. But I don't even mean the actual plot. Like, if you don't want to justify why anything works, that's fine. I actually don't need that. What I do need, though, is, like, there's a difference between plot and story, right? Like, I love the Bowser, like, piano ballad for Peach, like, it's like, oh, you touched on genius so many times and you just brushed by it because you were in such a rush to like get to the next thing. Like if
Dude,
we
that little
I
the little star thing, that was like, we're
yeah,
gonna die. Fucking great. I want to see more of that. Give me more of that.
yeah. It like I wanted a story of Bowser nice guy energy. You know, like he's like, well, if you're not my girlfriend, then I'm gonna kill you. Like super nice, super nice, super nice, and they turn on her, or like they touched on Mario and Luigi's relationship. Like, yeah, but I've never been separated from my brother. Like, we're best friends. Like, there was that love there, and it was so nice for a second, and then it just jumped to the next plot point that like it's a weird case where like I could have taken another 15 20 minutes of this movie just so you can like
Right.
breathe for a second.
Yeah, I feel like they could have given us. I agree with you. Like they were like, it's only an hour and a half, and you're like, oh, sweet, fuck yeah. Which I even got excited about. Like I said, I watched it, but now you're talking about it, I'm like, but that's why this movie wasn't fucking great. Because they were like, look, I know your kids are gonna get tired. I know your kids are gonna get bored.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you an hour and a half of this shit. They get excited about it and just go. You know? So I think that was like, yeah, man, like it could have been a better movie. But again, I think we're seeing a pattern here with Hollywood, which is,
Oh, we're getting into a theory here.
yeah, I think of this, which is it's there's people have talked about this for a while, which is Hollywood doesn't create a lot of clever movies anymore. It's money grabs. They'll hire the most talented people to give you stories that they know they're gonna bring people in, but it's because everything is so fucking expensive now that the studios can't risk to give you original beautiful story because nobody's gonna go fucking see it. They can't spend $100 million on a beautiful masterpiece of a story because they're not gonna make the $100 million back. So they give you Mario, where it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be great. They're gonna make triple their money. But and so like that's what I like. That's after I left this movie, it's like I'm gonna say the same shit we've been saying for the past fucking 4 or 5 movies, which is it's fun.
Yeah,
I pay my money.
It's worth seeing.
It's great, but it's John Wick, same thing. Like it's just we haven't left a movie yet being like, fuck me, dude.
And to be fair, these are all like. These are all corporate machine movies.
You know what? I think like we should have at least one movie a month, which is not a new movie. Like you want me to watch Raid 2?
The Raid 2? Oh yeah, but that was after John Wick.
I can still watch it. You say it's phenomenal.
That's good. It is. Yeah,
and then,
it's one of the best action movies ever.
I feel like we should do something like that where we do one great movie, one terrible fucking movie, and then we'll do 2 new movies.
I'm down.
Um, we're still figuring this out, everybody.
I was gonna
We're
say we
we're
can talk
still,
about this after if you want.
yeah. Sorry. Um,
I'll say the biggest symptom of so for anybody who's planning on seeing this movie, if you're a little bit cynical like me, if you're a lot bit cynical or no cynicism whatsoever, there are if you're wondering what is this movie going to be, it's exactly what you think it's going to be. It's that
did you
like
see? Sorry.
corporate kids movie.
Did you see the 2 post-credit scenes?
I did. We stay for both. Um, they played like 480 songs in this movie. They played "Take on Me." They played what the AC/DC song was it? "Back in Black." It was one of them.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but think like Mario has such a rich history of original music.
Beautiful music.
You do not need to fucking pay a licensing fee for the a battle without honor humanity from Kill Bill. You do not need to spend money on that. Why would you do that? And it's because
also,
it is that corporate like kids movie thing.
It's
like,
it's all the producers being like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. No, give me a fucking ACDC, bro. And you're like, yeah, but like this movie's beautiful. The game, fuck that. I gave me fucking ACDC.
they had so many good orchestrations and stuff of the Mario music. So many like jingle, like they had the GameCube sound effect. They had like a was it Gusty Galaxy in the credit scene from Mario Galaxy, the Garden Bowl Galaxy, whatever. It's like this music is so good. And what they did put in the movie is so good, and they could have done that throughout the whole thing. We did not need these. It took me right back to Finding Dory, which is I feel like where Pixar really started to take a dump and become just kind of like a middle of the road animation
When they
studio.
sold it to Disney, yeah.
When they played What a Wonderful World, when and Brennan and I talked about this for a while, but when the sea monster or the sea life are flying through the air and What a Wonderful World played, and it just feels so like hokey,
Pokey.
animated kids, hokey pokey, that it felt like that. Like, why the fuck are you playing Take on Me in a Mario movie? Why is this playing?
Yeah. Because
And also,
it goes back to the thing that's saying that's like people love that song. This is just for the randos, the people, and I'm like, it's a Mario
you love
movie.
this song. Don't you want that? Don't you want
Also,
that in your
yeah.
movie?
Take on me.
Come on, you like it. It makes it better, huh?
And the thing is, like, this movie is not for the. I mean, a lot of kids are gonna go see it, but it's for the nerds. It's for the Nintendo nerds. There's so many of them that love Mario, love fucking this character. This character has been here. Like the people that started Mario are like in their 40s, like now, dude. Like these are the people that are really gonna go see this movie. Like, of course, people are gonna take their kids, but if you actually made this movie more for those people, like you're able to like and if you give us a really cool story, you're able to also give this kid, this new generation, like this beautiful look into like, because a lot of the people that are watching this movie that did it in the 80s are the age of the kids watching this movie now. So it's like you can they had a really cool opportunity to give this kids this like wonderful like just introduction to what it used to be, like the music and the character and like all this wonderful things that Nintendo did with this movie, and show this kids had like, hey, like you might like you know Mario, but let me show you what Mario used to be to us with this beautiful music and like this, you know, even with a lot of the lands, stuff like that, which even a lot of the lands were like, all right, but they still didn't, when I really think about it, they didn't really, they showed you flashes, everything of the lands, but you didn't really see too much of them.
It felt like it. I wonder how much influence Nintendo had in it, because there can be a lot of things that are lost in translation, where Nintendo said, "Hey, you need to have this in the movie, or you need to do this," because I feel like that could mess things up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but like I feel like an easy layup for the story is Mario is in a race to get the Power Stars in all the lands.
Yeah.
Like they started off with Bowser getting one Power Star from one land, but
That
anybody
intro,
who's
fucking great.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's ever played like the 3D Marios, the later ones, where you're collecting multiple stars, and Bowser is like, I feel like that was an easy layup. You could have just done Mario and build tension by having Mario with the Toadstool with Mushroom Kingdom in a race against Bowser to get multiple Power Stars from each of the lands, so that you could have control. Because Bowser's always trying to he's always trying to capture Peach. He's always trying to do this, and
You know,
just
you
felt
know what? You know what it should have been?
what
Almost the same story as Puss in Boots.
I didn't see Puss in Boots.
The new one?
I know,
Bro.
Yeah. I've heard it's amazing though.
That's a fucking masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's something that they could have done. Just like, you remember Shrek? It's not great. They didn't. It just became such a fucking incredible. They focused on that character, their past, it was just unbelievable. But we'll wrap it up real quickly. The movie was good. It was fun.
It was good
It was
enough to
great.
spend money on.
It was Hollywood good.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're gonna get what you get. So here you go. It's enough to be like, all right, it's fun, but it wasn't what it could have been.
And I think the most disappointing part is that it touched on that. So many times they were so close to good shit that I went, "What? You had the right idea." It could have been above a kids movie that everybody forgets. It could have been something better.
It's like Nintendo had like control of it at some point and goes like, "Yeah, what if we do this?" And then Illumination goes, "Shh,
Mm-hmm.
we guys, please, can you get the AC/DC in here?"
Another little layup that I thought of in Donkey Kong World: how are they not traveling by mine carts?
Oh yeah.
Why are they driving? Why do we need Mario Karts in this movie at all?
Or even getting shot by barrel cannons.
Oh my god! If they did
god.
Oh my god! If they did the Donkey Kong Country, and like, I appreciated the DK rap, but they just repeated DK over and over again, like they didn't do any of the rap. If they did the do do do,
the bongos,
do do do, and then when DK explodes onto the screen, do 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 do, and the song like kicks in, and DK and DK and DK blasts out of the barrel.
Shout out to Beacon Mikey. Thanks for your Instagram and TikTok.
And it like, that could have been so good. Like and they're building a Donkey Kong land at Nintendo World with a minecart ride built into. How did you miss this layup, my friends?
Like the bongos, you could have the fucking bongos.
They could have any. Why are Donkey Kong people driving cars? Why is that part of it? It's like it's what I expected, and that's what hurts the most, is that they just shoved as many things as they could into the closet and fucking just like held it shut and closed it for all the kids. And they're like, "Oh my, just breathe a second. Take a second whack at that script." Because it really did feel like a first draft. And it could have been memorable.
I just wish they would have given the money to Nintendo and be like, let me write a script. Let me get the people from fucking Mario Odyssey, like all the creators come in here. We're going to write you a story. And then just stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
But then
It,
Illumination was like, Minions! We did Minions!
the even the post credit scene with the Yoshi egg. I was even like, this isn't like a tease of anything because we already saw Yoshi's exist.
Yeah.
We already know that that's part. Why this isn't a tease for anything other than. I
Yeah.
sound so
Nope.
upset about it, but I'm still gonna say go watch it.
It's funny because it's like they did the second trailer like it was a Marvel movie and it was a superhero that we've been waiting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, and you go like, yeah, but we saw heard of them.
Yeah,
Like
we
you
saw
said,
so
it was
many Yoshis already.
like I saw it and I was like, you know what would have been cool? Wario,
Yeah,
Waluigi,
or
give me
any
something
of
like
the
that.
other Nintendo properties. Anything. Like you don't even have to have the answer for what it is yet. Just have a tease.
Also, Mario
That's
didn't
cool.
even play soccer or tennis.
Oh yeah, they could have squeezed that in.
You know what I mean?
Oh, also, just a side note, as well, all the jokes were really funny. All the jokes hit. I thought all the
Oh,
bits
yeah.
were. There's like one or two that were like, but the rest, they're funny.
Dude, they were written, I think, for the people playing them. But I still think one of my favorites is that little floating star. We're all gonna die. Yay! Everyone's like, shut up!
I missed all of that. It completely froze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do that
the
bit one more time.
the star, the flaming star in the prison. We're
Mm-hmm.
all like, life sucks, and we're all in
Mm-hmm.
a prison, and we're all gonna die.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready to die. Like the part where everybody gets saved, and it's like, yay! And the star goes, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Like
was
the whole,
funny.
yeah. I had a
All
lot of
the
really
little
good
jokes
bits.
are funny. Mm-hmm.
The bits were great. The animation was fucking outstanding. The voice actors, I personally really enjoyed all of them.
Yeah,
All the pieces were there. I just wish they would have given us a better story.
so close too.
So yeah. Oh.
Because the Easter eggs were on point too. Like
Oh,
every
yeah, dude.
Easter egg, if they
So
didn't
many.
feel, I mean, obviously they were shoved in your face, but it minus the blue turtle shell and the princesses in another castle bit, those were the only ones that were like, you could have worked, you could have tried a little harder on that. You know, it feels like you just threw it, like you're trying to get rid of it.
I like the bit where they're like, and the Goombas and the Toad and whatever those are called.
Yeah, that was a good joke. That's funny.
And then again that Jack Black Bowser singing thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some good Jack Black.
It was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See,
See you later.
Please see this movie. It's good. It's fine. Well, it's not like go please see it. You're gonna go see it. It's fine. I mean, if you're gonna go see it, you are gonna have a good time. It is a good movie. The audience score is a 98. The Rotten Tomatoes is like 48. I would meet it in the middle. I would give this a 7.5.
Oh man, that's hard to say because there's two aspects of like, is a movie worth your time? One of them is like, sometimes you just want to pay to see a visual spectacle. Sometimes you just want like when you go see a concert, like there's not necessarily a story or anything. You're just there because you want to hear the sounds, you want to see the visuals, and then you go home and you're like, man, that was a cool concert. I think this is that. There's no like story. There's nothing. It doesn't make you feel anything. You're not going to feel any amount of like story or human condition, any of that kind of stuff that we love stories for.
Not even like oh man, I remember when I used to play Mario as a kid. Like not even that.
Not even a little bit. But you are gonna go, wow, that was like loud and colorful.
Wow, I like Seth Rogen. Jack Black is really
Seth Rogen's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen.
a lot of the time I just kept being like, I just like listening to these people talk. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you give it?
In this, like in the a review scale out of 10 for every movie that's ever been made ever, and whether it's worth watching or not, I would say like a 4 or a 5.
Oh fuck.
Um,
Are we
in
talking
the
about
scale of
all
like,
movies and like everything? Yeah, I agree with you. I would
yeah,
give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. It's not bad.
out of
It's
all
not good.
movies ever made.
It's not memorable. Like a year from now, you're
In
gonna be like, "What the
in
fuck? What did happen in that movie?"
yeah, if you're wondering out of 10, like, should I go see it? I would say like a 9, because you should go see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
a good idea, and I stand by it.
And I stand by it. I thought it sounded like a fart. Yeah. Okay. Alex, I absolutely love you. You are. This is one of my highlights of my week. Every time I get to do this podcast with you. Uh, we'll talk later about what movie we want to do for next week, which we're gonna have to record. Like we're gonna have to see it on Monday. So it's like we're gonna record again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're an
Or
absolute delight.
Tuesday.
You're a fucking
There's
monster.
a lot coming out.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mijos and Meheads, for tuning in on my angry rant.
Love you, Mijos and Mijos.
Oh!
Bye.